Hey, what's up, you guys? This is WD3, and this is your Hill Report Daily Marketing Tips. Well, today you guys know that the Hill Report loves the Sunday morning paper. You guys know why. Um, Here in the Antelope Valley, just to educate those who don't know, a lot of the population gets gets a lot more out of working down in the LA area. That's why a lot of folks commute because just a lot more jobs down there. That's the reality of the area. But on Sunday morning, a lot of folks are off of work. They're not traveling on the highway, and they're able, frankly, to support more businesses. Now, you may not be open on Sunday as a business, which is all right because you still have a lot of folks who stay up here during the day and they can plan their day out Monday and support you, and you'll be on top of the mind. But one of the great things about running your advertising plan, becoming an option for customers, uh, is the fact that you can make a plan, stick with your plan, and have the marketing taken care of while you get better at your craft, right? You may own a bike shop, you may own an auto repair, you may you may own a plethora of different shops. Stay consistent with your plan, right? Your craft is your main thing, but you need customers in order to continue to practice your craft in real time. Um, Unfortunately, if you're a mechanic, you really have to practice on customers, honestly. If you're a doctor, you practice on patients. But someone needs to bring, you can't market and practice your craft at the same time. So stick with your plan, guys. Stick with your marketing plan. Stay on top of the mind of your customers. We have great stories here um, that are really resonating with a lot of the people here. Um, and that's frankly just going to bring you customers so you can practice your craft. Stick with your plan. One thing I've noticed meeting with a ton of businesses um, around the Antelope Valley is those business owners who stick with their plan, frankly, they have the most successful businesses. They have the most customers. They understand that you have low points and you have high points, but they stick with their plan. Who wants to market and uh, fix cars? Who wants to market and run a shop? Who wants to market and run a restaurant? You really can't do both, right? I hear a lot of people say, "Oh, my son or my daughter does our marketing for us." Well, honestly, marketing is an art. Marketing is a skill. Um, Marketing is something that you really should, if you take your business seriously, you should have someone who has a legitimate medium to actually give your. Anybody can make flyers, right? Um, you still have to distribute them. Most of the time, flyers are just basically high price trash. You and I know that no one turns on the television and watches commercials. No, we watch the television show and then we get the commercials as a residual um, because we don't want to get up and sit down every time the commercial comes on. A lot of times we're forced to watch the commercials. And then once you're forced to watch those commercials, then you get ideas on things to buy. You know about shops you haven't heard of before. Maybe you're reminded of needs that you have as a customer. And that's where the value of advertising comes in. It's just a reminder of the fact that you do have needs as a customer. And what it does is it gives you a direction and some suggestion on where you should go to fill those needs, right? It gives you an idea of what type of deals are out in the market. Um, and businesses, one of their only chances to really show you how much value they have is through advertising. So, guys, don't forget that advertising needs context. Advertising really is a profession. It is an art. Marketing is an art. So if you're leaving your marketing to your son or your daughter and they're not really educated in the marketing field, well, 9 times out of 10, you just basically throwing your money away, um, because anybody can make a flyer, right? But everybody doesn't have a newspaper. Everybody doesn't have a radio station. Everybody doesn't have a television station, which adds context. It adds social proof to your marketing. Um, there's a scripture that says, "Let other people praise you. Don't praise yourself." It means so much if a newspaper praises you. It means so much if the radio station praises you. It means so much if a television station praises your brand. When you praise yourself, that's really not proving anything to anybody, right? People people promote themselves all the time. Isn't that what Instagram and Facebook and Twitter is all about? And it doesn't mean that those are quality people because they promote themselves on social media. Now, a lot of times there's a certain amount of screening that goes into being inside of a medium like a newspaper. Folks like me, I go to the business itself. I meet the owner. I take a look around. I watch how the customers are being treated by the employees before I even qualify anyone to be in my paper. I would not suggest folks go to a shop uh, that they're not going to be taken care of. So sometimes if you have family members who are promoting you and making flyers, and they're not going to have the reach, right? They're not going to be dedicated every single day. The television is going 24 hours a day. They're reaching millions of people. The radio station's going 24 hours a day. They're reaching hundreds of thousands of people. Uh, Even a local newspaper like the Hill Report, we're distributing 5 times a day, right? We're reaching thousands of people. So unless you have that type of dedication for your marketing, I don't think it's really fair to your employees and to your shop, and knowing that this is your one chance in life to really run a successful business. Most folks don't get more than one chance, so skimping out on the fundamentals, it's definitely not a good plan. Stick with your plan though. Whatever your plan is, stick with them. If you're training your family member to be the marketing point person for your shop, that's great. But if they're part time in it, if they have their own life, if they have other things that they're doing, then you're really you wouldn't trust a part time doctor or a part time lawyer to take care of your freedom or your health. So really stick to the fundamentals with your business. Don't skimp out on your business because your business is worth the effort, it's worth the time. Um, we're up every morning getting these things out on front porches, thousands of them, and we're really trying to promote your business. And you have social proof and you have context to your ad. You also have someone else validating you. That is very important. Um, in instead of you praising yourself. It looks really bad when you're patting yourself on the back, but if someone else is singing your praises, it looks a lot better. So, guys, stick with your plan, be consistent, use marketing fundamentals. There are so many ways that you can grow as a business, but there are so many principles that really stay the same, right? You know, the brain is a interesting study on what makes customers go to what shop, what makes customers feel what need at what time. That is a art. That is something that has been studied over and over and over again and refined over hundreds, if not thousands of years since people have been in business and been competing. They've been trying to figure out how they can get customers to their shop. Um, so take it seriously, guys, really. Um, Communicate with your marketing professional, communicate with your staff, communicate with your customers. Um, Folks ask all the time, how do I know if your marketing works? Well, ask your customer. That is a fundamental. Ask your customer, where did they hear from you from? Every business, every application, they always ask, how did you hear about us? Don't be lazy. Don't be neglectful. Just it's just one line that you need to add in your greeting or your script, and it will tell you so much information. So come on, guys, stick with the fundamentals, stick with your plan, and it's really going to pay off for you in the long run. The businesses that stick with me, I notice that they're growing, and I notice that every time I visit them, they're open on time. They have customers that are being treated well, and this is not an accident. So business is such an important part of your family. It's such an important part of your life. So take it seriously. I'm telling you, there's nothing worse than a failing business because you lost faith, you lost the belief that you had when you first started. All right, guys. So Sunday morning, this shout out to all the people who were in the Sunday morning paper because this is a great opportunity for you to frankly get a boost, get more customers, which is just going to be more money and it's going to be more growth for your shop. All right, guys. Well, this is WD3 and this is your Hill Report daily marketing tip. It's a great Sunday, so let's go get some sales.